top. Couple minutes
What's
left.
good, everybody? We're here today with Cam.
What it do? What it do? It's Cam from Texas.
I've been listening to him since honestly for like 2 months. The song that actually got me into him was Sky Island, and that was pretty interesting. What you been up to? I know you had an event recently for 420.
It was actually for this artist named Spaceboy Fresh.
Hmm.
He had an event where he opened a store that day, and then he had an album release party that night. So the collective that I work with, Pride Rock, they had a slot, and of course, since I've been working alongside with them, I was able to perform one of my songs, and then we performed a song that we have together as well.
And how long you been working with them?
It's kind of just a group of friends, really. I mean, I used to be in a group like long ago, like 2016 to 2018. I was in a group, and then we disbanded because of creative differences. So I've just been a solo artist since then. But Pride Rock, what they are now, it's a group of friends. We all got similar interests. We're trying to make some music, but it's still at the core. I'm trying to, still trying to make Cam a force to be reckoned with. You know what I mean?
Got you. And are you mostly working with people from your local artists and like local businesses to put yourself out there, or how did you meet them?
I actually met them through my homeboy who I was making music with. So, like I said, when creative differences happen, like I kind of just stuck with them, and we made some shit happen. I was still making music along on the side, and just trying to keep the ball rolling.
Was there any other performance that you remember doing that was one of your favorites, or even your first performance? How did that go?
One of my favorite performances, which is actually I feel like it was my best one. I think you saw it not too long ago on my Insta. It was in November at the Halton Theater in Fort Worth, and it was me and my homeboy Tress, and it was just a good experience. I had a lot of my friends came out, a lot of my family came out. I feel like I made a good impression to like new people that were there. They seemed really interested, and I just felt that was the most comfortable I ever felt on stage, honestly, and because of the energy I was getting from them. From my first ever performance, it's funny that you said that because I was just thinking about this. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you could cuss and all that.
Okay. All right, I was just thinking about this shit the other day. When I was in college, me and my homeboy, we did a talent show, and funny enough, this was the first time we ever performed as a group, and I think the prize was to win. If you got first place, you got free books for the rest of your time, for the rest of your undergrad, and we got second place. So I think we got like I want to say like they gave us a little bit like a little bit of credit for us to use for our books, and then the next year we actually did get first place. So I only had 2 more years left, so I got free books though. So it was
college is expensive. I'm honestly in college myself. What college do you go to, and what are you studying?
I went to Texas Tech and I studied psychology. I just went back to school though, and I'm trying to get my master's in applied behavioral analysis through the school in California called National University. So, just trying to juggle all this shit. It could be tough, but just trying to make some shit happen.
And what led you to study that? Is there anything in life that you were like, or you want to be more aware of?
I've always been interested in human behavior, to be quite honest. Like I've always thought it was interesting to just understand at the root, like why we are who we are, why we do, what it stemmed from. And, it's funny enough, I used to want to be a dentist. And then I had a prerequisite class to take psychology, like, just psychology 101. And I just always thought it was interesting, like just the philosophic aspect of it, and then just thinking of at the analytical part of it. I just love those two things. I'm an overthinker, an overanalyzer, a deep thinker, So I just always thought this shit were hand in hand.
Did you start doing music at what age?
I started making music like right after I graduated high school. Like I was kind of in like a limbo, so to speak. So I've always been passionate about music. I'd never like when I was in high school, I'd never pursued it. Like I said, after high school, that's when I was watching a whole bunch of Pharrell motivational videos and shit, and I was really really big into Pharrell at this time too, and with Tyler the Creator. because just the confidence he was just
Your energy,
speaking about,
yeah.
like, yeah, go do this shit, go do it. You want to do it? So I was like, fuck it, I want to do it. So I wanted to be a producer first, and that was like, I want to say I was like 18, 19. So I started making music by myself. Then when I went to tech, I met other like-minded people who was making music, and then just from there, I've just been growing ever since.
So when did you start taking music a little bit more serious? In college or still in
I
high
would
school?
say it was in college. I mean, like I said, I didn't make music in high school.
Yeah.
I've always been like super into music. My dad used to own a CD store.
Mm-hmm.
That's when CDs were a thing. Like
Popping, yeah.
he used to have in stores and shit. So
Mm.
I've met like J. Cole, I've met Wiz
Okay.
Khalifa, when Lloyd Banks was, no disrespect to Lloyd Banks, but
Lloyd Banks
when
was
he
popping
was,
that day.
yeah, at the height of his time, like he used to have in stores and shit. So just seeing that shit firsthand, and that's kind of how me and my dad's bond even like became even tighter just through music. And when I started taking it serious, I would say when I got to college, like after my first semester, that's when I was trying to express to my homeboy who I was rapping a lot with. We was on the same plane, like, bro, I want to make music, and he wanted to make
Mhm.
music too. So just me and him, being so close with each other, like we took that shit serious. Sometimes we'd miss out on parties and write all night, or we'd go in the room and look at beats all day, just write. It was like writing camp. That's how I looked at college. Like I did a lot of fucking writing, and it was, so I would say college. And then when I got back home, that's when I was like, okay, like now I'm in a bigger hub because I went to school at Texas Tech, which is in Lubbock, Texas, and it's pretty small, but it was cool to definitely get my name out there because obviously, there was some dude from New Jersey that went to Texas Tech. So just the fact of making those type
Yeah,
of connections of like, who I am. So when you go back to New Jersey,
you
he can
put
show
them
his
on.
homeboys and so on and
Yeah.
so forth. So I would definitely say in college, that's when I was like, damn, I really see a long-term future in this.
Mm. And when you was doing producing, did you make beats for any artists or that was just mostly for you and your friends to use?
It was mostly for me and my friends to use because I wasn't even that confident in what I was creating, to be honest. But now, as of late, like I would say since 2019, that's when I really started taking it serious. Like, okay, I want to go back to producing because, like I said, I started producing at first.
Mhm.
Then, Travis Scott and Tyler the Creator started talking about I'm a producer rapper, and of course you got Pharrell and Kanye. So I was like, fuck it, I want to be a producer rapper too. I could do it. And then like producing took a backseat, and
Mhm.
I was just like focused on writing at a time while I was in college. But like I said, when I moved back home, that's when I was like, okay, I'm serious about this shit. Like that's why Phase Two, my album, shameless plug that came out not too long ago. The majority of it is produced by me because I've always wanted to have that kind of, I guess that accolade for myself of like I produced the majority of this shit. This is from my mind. You know what I mean?
Fire, that's fire. And who were like the producers that you were influenced from that you wanted to make beats like, or even rap with? Because I know when we first spoke the other day, I told you you gave me that Kid Cudi vibes with your hums and everything.
Mhm.
Was Kid Cudi one of the biggest artists that influenced you to shape your sound today, or who was someone to help you shape your sound?
It's definitely Kid Cudi. Like since like I want to say like middle school, I've been a Kid Cudi fan, and obviously going through high school, it was just going deeper down the Kid Cudi hole. Pause. And um, but yeah, I would say Kid Cudi, Kanye, Pharrell, Tyler. Um, as of late, I've really been fucking with Hit Boy just because of how versatile he is. Like, I love all the shit he's doing with Nas, and he's done a whole bunch of pop shit too.
Yeah.
So it's that is literally him and Pharrell are like the ideal producers that I would love to be like. And I mean, shit, like my biggest goal is to, just trying to be financially stable off this shit because I love to make music. I love art. I know it's a business, so that shit got to go hand in hand.
So where do you mostly record? Is it a home studio or do you go to any studios in Texas that you with producers or any other artists, or you just mostly by yourself?
As of late, I have been trying to record more at home, just to like, well, number one, to save some money because we go in the studio,
Yeah,
you're trying to get a verse off, and I'm like, fuck that, let me do it again. Fuck that, like that wastes time. That's number one, and then number two, I I do like the fact that my studio is here. That shit is dope, and shout out to my girlfriend, who also funny enough that you bring that up about your girl. My girlfriend made the majority of my
artwork
album
covers.
art.
I know. I was
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
straight into that. I actually found
yeah.
her page and I saw that. I was gonna ask you. So she pretty much does artwork. She's an art teacher or art major or like what does she do?
She was an art major. She got her degree in fine art, I believe. She's not here right now. I'm just but she got her degree in fine art, and I mean it's funny enough. Like growing up, we always knew of each other.
Hmm.
So when we started dating and everything, and I was seeing some of the art that she was making, I was telling her like I was like, your art looks like what music sounds like in my head. Like that is what music sounds like. And I was telling her like I want to use some of it for the album covers. And she was like, yeah, for sure. So it was like a win-win situation, trying to
Yeah.
get my name out there, trying to get her name out there. So it's super dope. But to go back to answer your last question, I mainly record at Element Sound Studio. Shameless plug once again. Shout out my guy OZ. He's the one that makes me sound good. He pushes me. He's definitely helped me on my artistic journey to get to where I want to be. And I mean, shit, like I'll go in the studio by myself usually. It's just me and him. And I like that because it's like now we've kind of broken down this barrier of like I don't think too hard about me trying to do like a singing song because I can't really sing that good. I can hold a note, but
Yeah.
I'm no fucking Chris Brown. But I can try to sing in front of him and he'll be like, nah, bro, do that shit. And it's like quick
Yeah.
fast. The me and his work ethic, like is perfect. That's exactly what I look for. So
Yeah,
but
the
yeah,
connection is there. So the connection there and you feel comfortable. That's good though, because right now that's how me and my boy Envy is like he was like, let's write, and we're writing together and we're like, nah, bro, that's not it. Do it again.
yeah,
It helps the artist to actually motivate them to be like, you know what, he's right. Like instead of me like you're actually taking it in and not really taking it like as a that
not for
compliment
sure.
just improve your work, which is really cool.
That constructive criticism definitely helps
Yeah, it really does.
tremendously.
As we mentioned that your girlfriend actually does your artwork, the song, your song, what's that mostly about? Her, you said a line, I can change the color of your mood ring. Topic, like, you like what was going on?
Funny enough, like when I made that song, that was like at the peak of quarantine. So like we had just started dating. So when you just start dating, you're in the honeymoon phase. You love to be around each other, so on and so forth.
Yeah,
So obviously, it was like I was still figuring out her pet peeves. She was figuring out my pet peeves, and to be real, it was like I just played the beat, and 9 times out of 10, the beat tells me what to do.
what to do.
And
Yeah,
I just kind of come up with a line or two, and if I'm like, okay, that's dope. Let me build off of that. Okay, let me build off of that. So that's kind of just how it all came together. And yeah, it was just I definitely wanted to make something like for that moment, just so like we could always go back to like a time capsule, sort of kind of. That's
yeah.
how I look at it. So and it all worked out because she likes that song a lot too, and she was very excited when that song came out. So
Felt it. And I know, like as you said, that was your beginning of your honeymoon stage. Another song that popped up was something. And you had I don't know, like the other
mhm.
parentheses. What was going on during that time? I seems like you was going through a hard patch with her and everything like that, but like you're starting to know it's like
Funny. I didn't mean to cut you off.
it's
Funny
cool, bro. Go
enough,
ahead.
that song is not about her. That song is actually about like when I was in it was actually like when I was starting to make music. The girl I was with, I
Hmm.
got cheated on. And it just I love that song because it's just not to toot my own horn, but just the from the beat to the guitar to the writing, like it was just all down packed. Like it was but I mean just at the core, it was just about being cheated on, you notice like something's up,
Hmm.
like you're kind of trying to convince yourself that nah, everything is good, but you could tell that the other person is just
Yeah,
on
it's
some other
moving.
shit.
Yeah, they're moving different, moving funny.
Yeah, Yeah, so that's and I was studying a lot of Frank Ocean songs at the time of like how he's a good ass storyteller. And I was like, man, I'm trying to make some shit like that. Like, and I love to watch video essays on YouTube.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll go down like a wormhole watching that shit. And I was watching this one that was talking about how on Swim Good, like he really is telling a story of, how he's obviously he's about to drive his car to the lake, but like if you read each line, it's like detailed. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like I
Yeah.
want to do some shit like that. So specifically, there's a line in there where I was like, I tell you how I feel at the wrong time
Hmm.
versus, you could be on some baby, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
that girl specifically, she was on some, you're too good for me. And it's like, damn, what do you mean I'm too good for you? Like,
Hate that.
don't
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I tell you how I feel at the wrong time. Why are you thinking that it's all lies?
Hmm.
What is it? We way more connected when we offline. I see the pain in your eyes.
Yeah.
There's something I don't know. Like, I love that song. So that's just really what it was all about. It has nothing to do with my current situation. She's not gonna do nothing like that. I trust her. So, but yeah,
That's good. You guys both, I see that you both support each other a lot. Like you said, you put her artwork as she covers and she pushes you out there as well. You guys got a good
oh for
relationship.
sure. Thank you, thank you.
It's push start. You say a line that says, "You got me feeling like Russ." I'm guessing Russ is not any person in your life who like influenced your music, or was that a different type of?
Yes, and no. So like I was talking about both wrestlers. I was talking about Russell Westbrook and the Russ rapper. I know Russ don't get a lot of love in the hip hop community, but I think his work ethic is also like very inspiring. And I mean like anybody in the music industry, like if you're making bread off making music, like you're doing what I want to do. So I can't
Yeah,
sit here and hate. So I've watched like hella interviews of him, talking about his process to get where he's at, and I've always thought that shit was inspiring.
yeah,
So that's why I said that there's a line before I think where I was like triple. I think I said like triple double no assists, like talking about Russell
yeah,
Westbrook in a sense too, because Russell Westbrook gonna take it all the way down. He gonna keep trying in the past years, but and, so on and so forth with the artist Russ for for a while. That's like the annoying thing that people will bring up, where he's like, I mix, master, engineer, produce, which can be annoying, but at the same time, he's speaking facts. Like
yeah.
it's and you can't hate on it. You can't hate on it. He's doing what I want to do, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like he's trash. Like he's doing what I want to do. I ain't gonna hate on him.
I feel you. I feel you. So the next song that's one of my favorite songs of all times, like there's a top three actually. It's the one I was playing today that I posted. It's Face the Sun, Facing the Sun. That beat goes
Okay.
crazy, first of all. Did you make
Yes.
that one or did you find that one?
I found that on YouTube actually. I don't know who produced it off the top of my head, but I want to say it was Juno. Maybe it wasn't Juno. Who if he's watching this shit, he's gonna be like, this motherfucker, don't even. But I found his shit on YouTube and I felt the same way. As soon as I heard that beat, I was like, oh no, this is I just gotta like just
Yeah.
spit some shit that I could feel. So I love that song too. Like it was when I was writing it, I was really trying to, just capture that moment of if you're overthinking, so to speak, like, like what's coming next? Am I doing this right? Is this worth it? Should I continue?
Mhm.
Facing the sun and just thinking about life. That's really the basis of that track. But yeah, that's what that one's about.
Awesome, awesome. And the next one that I found that made me find you was the music video Sky Island. How was that one of your first music videos or one of the first music videos that you actually was proud of or like you work hard to do?
I would definitely say that's the first video that I could wholeheartedly say was like completely my idea. Like that's why I put my name. Shout out to my guy Adrian Thims, but that's why I put my name in the direction credits too. Cause I was like, when he came over, I was like, man, I just want to do a one shot, like just one shot, just no extra cuts, none of that shit. I don't know if you fuck with J Cole.
Yes, yeah.
Long ago, that Simba video. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
It's just one shot. He's just walking through an alley on a stage. now he's over here with his hat on. Like I always thought videos like that were super dope because it's just you're just going. So I would say I was definitely very happy with that video. I think I've made two other videos. Stay Down. That's probably my favorite video I've ever made because that song too was pretty it hit home. But yeah, it's I just recently started my YouTube page, so that's probably why you only see two videos on there. And yeah, it was just something different I'm trying to do with these videos, not trying to make them too long, just one verse. So motherfuckers could be like, damn, where the other verse? And
Yeah,
then then they go to listen to music and it's like, oh shit, yeah, the whole verse before. Stay Down. That's probably my favorite video I've ever made because that song too was pretty it hit home. But yeah, it's I just recently started my YouTube page, so that's probably why you only see two videos on there. And yeah, it was just something different I'm trying to do with these videos, not trying to make them too long, just one verse. So motherfuckers could be like, damn, where the other verse? And
yeah,
then then they go to listen to music and it's like, oh shit, yeah, the whole verse before the other one. So I've definitely been um very satisfied with the way I'm going about trying to put myself out there much more and just seeing the traction it's getting. I didn't put it as a reel. I didn't put no ads on Sky Island or nothing. So I've been getting a lot of love from it. And I was thinking like, damn, like even from you, I was like, how do you find that shit from
yo,
New
it
York?
was
Like,
suggested. Yeah, it was a suggestion on my page. I was like, whoa, this kid. I'm like, I haven't heard this type of beat, type of voice in a minute besides Kid Cudi. I was like, I
okay,
gotta
bet.
tap
Yeah,
in.
I made that
How long
beat.
does it take you to make a beat usually?
It all depends. Like, there's definitely been times where I'll try to push myself and just be like, fuck it, let me try to make a beat in 30 minutes. And it might be the most simplest shit. And sometimes I'll just make it and I'll fucking delete it because I'll be like, nah, that was trash. It was too simple.
Yeah,
But it really all depends. Some days I'll tell myself I'm gonna go in the studio, I'm gonna try to make a beat, and I'll go in my studio and make nothing. I will sit in there and keep starting an idea and be like, I don't like this. Start an idea, I don't like this. Start an idea, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay. But I'm like, no, god damn it. And I really just like I was telling my homeboy, I view I view making music like basketball. Basketball is like my favorite sport. And I think I just view it as like going in my studio is like going in the gym. You
hmm,
know, if you're not gonna make every shot, but as long as you show up, showing up is the hardest part. That's number one. And number two, it's like as long as you put up shots, you're not gonna make every shot, but you don't see the progress, but like the more shots you're putting up, you are refining your skill. You're refining your craft like more than you think because you know thinking about where I was making beats in 2019 to how I am now is mind blowing. Like I listen to some of my old shit, I'm like, this is ass. And I listen to some I made maybe last week, and I'm like making the nasty face, showing my lady, and she's like, this is hard. And I'm like,
yeah.
I know.
The next song that was one of my favorite ones too was "Womb to the Tomb." Bro, that was the song that I told you made me think of Kid Cudi with them. And then he was like, right, I'm riding solo, still fuck, I hate a fake hoe. This, and that. I was like, damn, bro. I'm like, yo, talk your shit. I'm literally driving at night in the highway. I'm like, damn, word, I'm riding solo and shit like that. It gave me like the in my head. I was
I
like,
ran
shit, fuck.
solo.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this is a bop. Put this on
Yeah.
replay. How did that one come through?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Funny enough, I didn't make that beat. I know who made it though, off the top of my head, because I performed that a bunch of times. That is Flowers in Narnia. Shout out Flowers in Narnia. He's on he's on YouTube. He's an awesome producer. He got a whole bunch of shit that like every time I come across his page, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker look crazy. But how it came about is I found the beat. I was fucking around with it for some days, and I couldn't make nothing that would stick. And what I was doing, because I made that song in 2020. What I was doing at the time was, I was like, man, I'm gonna start writing hooks while I'm driving because, and this is an idea that my homeboy gave me long ago. That he was like, man, when I'm trying to write a hook when I'm driving, that's how I know it's catchy. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I started to implement that shit a little bit more. And I remember I wrote that hook literally before I went to before I went to work. Like I was listening to the beat at like 8 in the morning, and I was just like, man, I'm riding solo. No. And I was like, I can't find these words. And once it all came together, I was like, oh man, this shit is hard. And even that second verse on that song, I changed it like 3 times. And when I went to the studio, when I was with my engineer, OZ, he was like, damn, how many times you gonna change the verse? And I was like, bro, it's gotta hit. Like,
Got a hit.
it's gotta hit. He was like, no, it was fine. I was like, not to me. And that's like, I love that second verse that, when I mentioned Bobby Boucher, every time I listen to it, I'm like, I gotta run it back. Like, God damn. So, but yeah,
What's the next lineup of shows that you have where people can come check you out?
the next show I have is coming up this month, May 20th. It's because I'm from Arlington, Texas, so it's so dope. It's coming full circle, and I'll be performing in Arlington. Me and my homeboy Tress, we are headlining.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, it's I said May 20th. Yeah, at Maverick Grill. And if you follow me on Instagram, I didn't even say my Instagram when we started. It's Kodak Cam 95. If people from Texas follow you, follow me. Come through. I'm selling tickets, $10. And after that, I may have another show May 28th. I don't know the event name yet, but that's still kind of in the works.
Got you.
I'm actually I'm working on an album. It's
Okay.
called uh The Rise and Fall of Deontay Alexander, which I know it's a mouthful, but I'm working on that album. I'm trying to make it like very different than what phase two was, just to, keep changing every project on some Kanye shit. And my homeboy Tress, who I work pretty heavily with, he's actually about to drop a tape soon. And I I believe he told me I got the majority of the production on there. I got a couple of features on there as well. So should look out for that. And that's really about it.
Awesome, awesome. So one last thing before we go is how did you get your name Cam?
Well, it's pretty simple. My name is Cameron.
Got you.
And so growing up, everybody always called me Cam, 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 Cam. And it stuck. Funny enough, my first stage name was Black Finn because my Snapchat was Cam the Dolphin, which I made that shit in high school. And I only got that idea because, Tyler the Creator was Felicia the Goat. And
Yeah,
his homeboy was Jasper Dolphin. So I was like, fuck it, I want to be a dolphin. And people be like, why you want to be a dolphin? I'm like, I don't know. I don't hear enough people talk about dolphins. So fuck it, I'm be a dolphin. So I was Black Fin. I'm Black Dolphin, Black Fin. And I was like, this is corny. I'm getting older. Let's change it. And I was like, I kind of just want something simple, like Kendrick Lamar. That's real. Drake is Drake's middle name. Kanye West, that's his name. Pharrell Williams, that's his name. I was like, I want something that's very like, I'm trying to be a personable rapper. Like or a personable artist. Like if you see me on the street, you come say what's up to me. And my name is Cam. So, and I did make it I believe it's called the acronym,
okay.
cool ass motherfucker, creative ass motherfucker, which is whatever you want to put there. So it's just Cam. It was pretty simple and easy. And I was like, fuck it, put an exclamation question mark because like I said, when I was in high school, I didn't tell people that I wanted to make music or anything. So when people do see my shit, that is usually their reaction of like, this Cam? This
Yeah,
Cam? So I was thinking about that. And to backpack off of that, like all of my handles are camera things. So Kodak
okay.
Cam, the Twitter is Nikon Cam 95 or Nikon Cam. I got a Tumblr. My Tumblr is Sony Cam 95.
Okay.
Um, my link tree is my Nota Cam. Like it's trying to keep it on brand with cameras. So, but yeah, it's pretty simple.
That's fire. And how old are you?
I'm 26. My birthday is July 28th. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. We had the same birthday. And Soldier Boy has the same birthday as me too.
Okay. Who would you love to make a song with?
Oh man, I got a list. Are you ready for the list? You got time?
Give me your top five. Your top actually your top three. Your top three.
Top three, definitely Kanye. Definitely Kid Cudi. I'm gonna put Hit Boy as number three because he could rap his ass off and he can make some great ass beats. Which he only gave me three. I got so many other names, but those are my three. Those are my three.
Got you. And has there been any people hitting you up, like someone who's like you caught people's eyes that you was like, damn, like I'd never expect to get this person's attention or anything like that?
You know, I want to toot my own horn, but I think this is. I don't know if you listen to IDK. You listen to IDK?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
I think his manager, like he didn't say like he wanted to sign me or nothing, but I sent him phase two. Like I was like, fucking shot in the dark. Let me see if I just want him to listen, just to
Yeah.
be on somebody's radar. And because of Sky Island, he got wind of that shit too. And he messaged me back like, bro, this is fire. And I was like, oh, whoa,
Oh,
wait a
okay.
minute, yeah. So I was like, trying to be cool, not trying to be too much of a super fan, like, oh yeah, thanks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Next time y'all in Dallas, just hit me up or I
Yeah.
see what you and IDK are doing. So that was super dope. And I mean, just other people around the world, they've caught wind of Sky Island. And I mean, I'm very grateful. I'm not signed or nothing. So it's a blessing to have people to enjoy my creations. Cause I remember having a SoundCloud and having a different approach to it and kind of being a little shy, like I make music, but I don't want to show y'all type of shit.
I feel
So
you.
it's now it's different. I definitely have a lot of confidence where I'm like, fuck yeah, let's play some of my shit. Play that shit right now at the party. And I'll vibe out. If you don't vibe out, it's cool. You listen to it later, you might like it. So it's people all around the world in fucking Europe and fucking Los Angeles, Miami. Like I check my shit on the Spotify for artist thing. So I mean shit, even New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside of family and friends, I always think it's dope that people will go out of their way to message me like, yo, I just heard this song and it was fire. I just want to let you know. And I'm like, thank you. So I always try to be as transparent as possible and let people know like I appreciate like I was trying to tell you, I appreciate you going out of your way to hit me up because that means the world, man. So
Yeah, bro. It's like I said, you grabbed my attention. I was like, this kid really has a lot of potential in him. I'm not gonna lie. Like this kid's gonna go up. Like I feel it already. Like this is a
yeah,
sound
yeah, I
that we haven't
appreciate it.
heard for a while. Like I'm not gonna lie. And even like my girl told me, she was like, yo, like I haven't heard this type of beat for a minute. I'm like, for real, like this is crazy. And right now, like she's on her way home and she's like, I'm listening to him. He's like, good luck. Like, good luck. Like we gotta go out there.
Hey,
I was like, yeah, we definitely do. Thank you, bro. We pretty much went through a lot,
once again, Kodak Cam 95. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, Nikon Cam 95. Like I said, I got an album coming out at the end of the year. That's what I'm shooting for. I'm trying to drop a 3-track summer EP in the maybe June. Um, I mean, shit. That's it. Enjoy the music.
yeah.
Follow me. Click on the link tree. Enjoy.
Facts. All right, thank you again, bro. It's nice speaking to you. And that'll be pretty much it. And hope that one day we can meet in person and actually do a blog or do something and see you and perform, bro. Good luck with everything. Good luck with your career with music.
Yes, sir, bro. I do appreciate it.